Apsara.
Toul.
Welcome to another Realestate.com.kh TV report. Today we're speaking with Mr. Alex Evengroen, Senior Vice President at Key Real Estate and Chief Advisor for the CVEA and AVA. Nice to have you here, Alex.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
very
coming.
nice to being here.
We're going to be talking a little bit about Phnom Penh real estate and a few other things. So let's get started. What's your favourite area in Phnom Penh in terms of the real estate market, Alex?
Well, there are many areas that are very nice, but my favorite is Kamko and Toul Kork area. Mm-hmm. I like that a lot. It's got a lot of things that attract me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are those things?
Well, the thing is, it's very young. If you see Kamko city and Kamko area, young, a lot of energy, a lot of space, and a lot of opportunities to do things like bicycling, walking around, doing barbecues outside without getting run over by trucks and cars. So, yeah. And
the land's a little bit cheaper out there.
The prices are very competitive and very nice. So you still have some opportunities. A lot of the lands are already taken for development, and it's just waiting till they start. But there's still some availabilities, correct? Yeah.
And in terms of living in Toul Kork, I guess some, well, especially expats avoid it because they think the traffic's going to be too much of a problem. What do you think?
Well, actually, I disagree with that because I think that a lot of people actually are attracted to that area. As you can see, the whole of Phnom Penh is getting congested by traffic, and it's inevitable. A lot of things change, a lot of projects going on, and the biggest problem at the moment is traffic. And that's why you see a lot of people in the evening and in the weekend, they go towards Kamko because it's still very quiet. And they actually anticipated already traffic. That's why the roads are pretty wide, and there are a lot of roads. So I think there is still a lot of room for development and projects to be finished. So I think it's not a big thing. But for now, you see a lot of the foreigners not going there because a lot of them is villas, landed properties, and these are not being owned by foreigners. This is still properties that are being owned by the Khmer people itself. So later, when there will be more condo projects, there will be more foreigners as well.
And I guess it's getting harder and harder to get a villa in places like Chamkamon.
Yeah, a lot of them are already being taken, but still a lot of the owners or the investors who buy are willing to resell again because they see still an opportunity and growth in selling prices.
And what's some of the entertainment venues and restaurants that you like in Toul Kork?
Well, actually, you got a lot of different restaurants. You got a lot of the bread places, big Chinese restaurants, but also the Burger King in Toul Kork, and a lot of the smaller the smaller restaurants on the side of the road. Actually, their food is pretty good. I like it sometimes to go very local and just sit in one of those small areas where they have the small chairs, and their food is fantastic. So there's a lot of things to do, and also a lot of things for children. If you go into Kamko area itself, a lot of big playing gardens, and a lot of parents go there for their children, so there is quite a lot to do. Entertainment is still widely available and will expand when the projects are more being finished.
What are some of the big projects going on around Toul Kork?
Well, I think if you see the Toul Kork and Kamko area, of course the Toul Kork area got a lot of condo projects, but I think as a potential investor, the best thing what you can do is get into your car, do that on Saturday afternoon because then the traffic is not that bad, and check it out for yourself. There are so many things going on. You can go to the back areas of Kamko, you can go at the front end of Toul Kork. There are villa projects, there are shop houses projects, there are many things. So for me, I think it's too much to mention them one by one. I think the best thing, get in your car and just make it a nice afternoon and check out what you like most.
And what sort of advice would you give to someone who's trying to sell a property in Toul Kork?
Well, very important is if you try to sell something, you have to put yourself in the clothes of an agent. And that means if you offer something to a customer who's willing to invest $100,000 up to $1 million plus, you have to make it appealing for them to buy. And that means you have to make sure it's clean, it's good advertised, very easy accessible, and also when people want to take a look, that someone is there. So first thing, marketing. And you can use many great tools. Social media is amazing. You can use Facebook, you can use Twitter, you can use Realestate.com.kh, or you can use the websites like Real Estate website and so on and so on. Many things, but make sure your marketing is well done and your property is clean. That's the main thing.
Okay, very good. And what's the, coming back to Toul Kork, what's the investment potential there in the next, I guess the next 2 or 3 years, and then the next 10 years? What do you think?
Well, I think the potential mainly is the new projects that are there. So that means villas. A lot of land is being developed right now for the bigger projects as being new village areas. So my idea would be the beautiful semi-detached, detached houses and the little high-range investment, and people also who bought already for reinvestment. So people want to sell their investments to the local or the expats.
Might become a little bit like what Chamkamon used to be.
Yeah, potential. Yeah.
Okay. And in the Toul Kork area, what are some new services and new amenities coming online?
Well, what you see now is there are a lot of really good schools. You have big shopping malls being finished in the very near future. You have actually everything you need. Everything that you need to run a family: schools, shopping malls, hospitals. So everything is very close by, and that makes it very appealing for a lot of people to move there.
And if you have a client who's looking to buy in Toul Kork, what's your advice for them?
Well, my advice is do it now, because now is the time to do it. A lot of people say like, okay, is it now the right time? But yes, it is the right time. And actually, real estate is never the wrong time, but we have a very stable government. We have a lot of opportunities. There are some issues going on in China and in Singapore, what is actually beneficial for Cambodia. And I would say, like, if you're now looking for something, this is the time. So go for it.
Okay, very good.